Aquaman, King of Atlantis. Episode 2 just dropped on HBO Max. I'm going to be reviewing all of this trilogy, I've decided, because why not? I really didn't like this episode. I was mildly intrigued by the first one. I'm not saying the first episode was great, but this one was awful and shows what's wrong with this show. First of all, this episode picks off where the last episode ended. Ocean Master is back in the throne, and they were apparently gone for a year. But the thing about it is that cliffhanger goes, oh snap, when you watch the end of that last episode. Like, I didn't expect that. And then all of a sudden I watch this episode and it's resolved in like less than a minute, and it's just terrible. The animation in the show, I already criticized, so I'm not going to go into that. So if you want to hear my thoughts on the animation next, go to my review of the first episode. I didn't like the plot of this episode. It was horrible. It's weird because these feel like they're 11-minute episodes stitched together to be the length of like a 45-minute episode, and it doesn't need to be. The first one had a more concise little plot going through it. This one didn't. I really hated the character of Ocean Master. Like, he was this, he was a villain in the Aquaman movie, which this is a sequel to, and in this show he's not really a very menacing villainous character. He's very but he doesn't need to be. I mean, this is obviously a more kiddie take on that, but it's like he's so laughably bad, and his voice is irritating. He's like a little kid in this stupid show, and it's like, what is this nonsense? And it's like, yeah, this show is just terrible. I think this is annoying, it's irritating, and it's the worst kind of shows like this, where it's just throwing stuff at the screen just to like be like, here kids, be entertained. Because the people who make this show just don't know what actual children like, so they make this garbage. And it's just like, it's weird because like, it's just nonsense. Yeah, so we'll see how it all concludes in next week's episode, but I don't have high expectations. This episode was terrible. I wouldn't recommend the show, especially after watching this episode. But yeah, that's my thoughts.